What up, everybody? It's your girl, Shynieka Taylor. I'm hanging out with King Z at the Army of Thinkers compound, and you're watching a new episode of New in LA. That's why Nikki's brain is going down. Because you didn't set up for the win. You were looking at instant gratification when you should have been setting up for longevity. Cardi B, she got time for instant gratification. She just started. She's at the age, Nikki, where you started when you were winning. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem with Nikki. She's comparing her success to Cardi B. Cardi B's 10 years younger than you. She just got introduced. She's gonna be here. You know what I'm saying? You were supposed to set up for that win, but you weren't bossing it.
Far later, you gonna try to hold that title.
Yeah, you trying to, but you're holding a stupid title. You know what I'm saying? Because as you grow and evolve, you understand. Oh, now it's time for me to make other boss moves. What else can I do to contribute to the culture? That's why I'm always thinking 30 years ahead of time. What else and what else? I tell people all the time, like, I want my own talk show, but don't think the ending goal is gonna stop there. I'm already thinking, okay, but what else? What are you gonna do instead of just having a platform where you're speaking? You know, what businesses are you gonna invest into? What charities are you gonna give back to? What nonprofit organizations are you gonna own or try to, to keep moving the culture forward? This is what it's all about. But Nikki, she missed that boat because she's superficial. So now her brain is suffering from it because we're tired of it. Just like Kim Kardashian. You think they're not smart? Why do you think they're doing politics now? Because your brand, all that being naked, it got old. You gotta evolve. You got kids now. Nobody wants to see you naked no more. You know what I mean? As a woman, what else? Why do you think Amber Rose started the slut world? That's what I'm saying. These people got brands behind them. She didn't just start it because, I just want to do it. She knew, being a hoe and just being that image of being a hoe in the industry, it gets old. That's cool when you're 21, but then when you're 31 and you're 41, don't nobody want no old hoe. You got new hoes you gotta compete with. You gotta compete with the new, fresh 21-year-old hoe. You gonna lose. Your looks faded. So what else? Well, I'm from Jersey. Jersey bred fed, okay? There's nothing better than Jersey. I don't care what nobody says, all right? It's nothing better than that great old Garden State Jersey. You learn a lot of social skills, communication skills, and I just love Jersey. However, I'm coming from Atlanta, and one thing Atlanta has taught me is that you can work with people that look like you and really be successful. And you don't get that from every single state. That's something that's a golden gem in Atlanta that a lot of people don't understand, and you're never going to understand it unless you experience it. You have people in political power, people in the entertainment industry, your regular mom and pop shops, and these are all people who are excelling, and they represent black excellence, black opulence. Like, they really represent that dream, that look. Like, African Americans are out here and they're trying to make something or create something with nothing. So it's beautiful and it keeps you encouraged and powerful. So LA compared to Atlanta, honestly, I like LA. You know what I'm saying? I would never, every place you go to, it brings something different to the culture. But I don't think people give Atlanta as much respect as it deserves. A lot of those people there, I'm trying to tell you, because that's where I started my business, and they taught me. I looked at everyone around me like, oh, you move like that? Oh, I can move like that too. A lot of people around there, they start these businesses self-funded. They're not getting loans, billions of dollars, getting a head start. This is self-funded. This is me working 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? After I work my 9 to 5, and then I got to get my 8 hours of sleep, I got to wake up a little bit earlier just to start something that I don't have. And then they actually do it, and it's successful. And then they give their dollar back into their community, because I don't see people creating from the mud here. I see a lot of head starts here. I see a lot of silver spoon fed individuals here. And that's okay, because everybody's cards are different that you're dealt with in life. However, I really feel like, though, when you have nothing, that is when you know what you are made of. When you have to make something out of nothing. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I see Atlanta. So respect to Atlanta. When you make up in your mind that this is what you want to do in life. I'm not talking about keep going back to the drawing board. I'm talking about the drawing board has been set up. My moves have been made. My resume has been built. I have proven myself, on multiple occasions that I am built for it. I think that is when LA is for you. It's only to basically take you here to here. It's not a place to just jump out. You don't have no experience. You didn't put in no grind behind your work ethic. You know what I mean? You don't know nobody. You don't know how to network. LA ain't for you then, because they're only to basically say you are validated. I feel like that is what LA is for. You know what I mean? The hard work happens before you get here. The struggle happens before you get here. This is basically your I don't want to call it, but this is your Canaan land. You know? Okay? This is when you're walking across the stage. That is what LA is for. All right, when you are walking across the stage and they putting a degree in your hand, where if you're spiritual, where the Father says, "Job well done." That is what LA is for. All right? So it takes a lot, like, to get here, and you have to have, because if you don't have that struggle, or you ain't got that grit, and you ain't build it up, LA was gonna break you, because you're gonna be like, well, what did I come here for? Yeah, because you didn't put up the hard work. So go back to where you come from, you know what I'm saying, work hard, and then come over here so you can get your degree and walk across the stage. I don't know what's going on this week. I just know people are thotting and bopping in these streets, and these young African American men need to get it together. Okay, all these textuationships and situationships, that's the only thing that's on my mind, because I just feel like everybody's playing out here in these streets. Everybody said they want a wife, they want a husband, and they out here trying to wipe up, I don't know, the hoes, I don't know, and there's mistaken hoes for wives, and there's mistaken wives for hoes. It's just a mess. That's the only thing that's been on my mind this week, so that's just it. LA, I definitely see there's more of a melting pot here, you know, so I definitely see more interracial couples, interracial relationships. However, I honestly tell people to go for what you want to go for now. I used to be that person who was like, nah, you know what I'm saying? Don't do it. But now I'm like, go for what you want to go for, because people are playing too much games around here, you know, and that's unfortunate. You don't want to put your life on hold because you want to be stuck in a box, and you want to basically say, look, I'm only looking for love in this type of box. You don't want to do that. You'll be 50 years old waiting for this Negro to get his life together, or all these Negroes. You know what I'm saying? We got a pack of Negroes. You know, you got your successful men, you got your unsuccessful men, but then you're looking and you're like, well, you're playing games. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm trying to build an empire and you're still playing games, either I have to wait for you or I have to settle. And that is one thing as a black woman I am not doing. Done it, been there, done that. I'm not doing it anymore. I know everybody looks at me like I'm young. You still got time? No, I don't. Because when you're building empires start. You know, empires take time. And you can't just roll over and have an empire. And unfortunately enough, I do think that you need a king by your side. You know, I don't think God would ordain a man and woman to be together if we didn't need one each other. We do. So I'm not about to be stuck in a box because you want to play this whole little Texan game and you want to like and love on every single IG model and put me on the side. I'm not waiting for you. You're either going to build this empire or you're not. So if you want to go and to other cultures and date them, go ahead. Because if you wait around for certain people, you're going to be waiting forever and you're going to miss your prize. No, I'm fresh on this dating scene. My relationship of 9 years ended 4 months ago. So 2 weeks before I even got to LA. So I can't tell y'all about nobody's dating scene. I can just tell you that this market is terrible. And unfortunately, when you're a woman, especially a black woman who knows what they want and where they're going, it's going to be hard for you. Honestly, like, you're going to get the short end of the stick. But it's worth it because, you know, nothing that's great comes easy. So I always encourage that way. But I can't tell you about nobody's dating scene because, honestly, guys can't even get to the dating scene with me because they already done 1, 2, 5 things before we can get there. They already done it wrong. You know what I'm saying? Oh, how you doing today? I'm doing great. What did you do today? Oh, nothing. Oh, so you just have no ambition? Next. Write them off. You know what I'm saying? Or then you get the guys that's like, oh, what's up? Then you want to hear from them 3 months later. Oh, what's up? Nope, next, writing you off. Inconsistent. So, like, I'm not saying I'm a hard person, because I'm not. I just think I'm very, like, old school, and I hold a lot of morals and values. I hold them really, really high, like, to my standards. And I'm like, I look at my dad, and I'm like, look, you can't make a man do anything he don't want to do. So if you want a woman or you want to pursue, you better pursue. Because I know, like me, I look at how a man should treat me, how I treat my career path. When I want it, I go out and get it. And nobody, you know what I'm saying? I don't care who you are. You can try to put stumbling blocks in my way. I'm going to figure out how to get what I feel like I should receive. So it's the same thing with men. And I feel like men are just lazy nowadays. Like, you're saying that you want this relationship or you want to build, you need to put in that effort. You know what I'm saying? If you are effortless, and we're talking about the beginning stages, we're talking about week 1, and you don't show any effort, then I cannot bank on that. or building a future with you in the future. I'm not banking on that. No, because so Sister Circle has been a great experience. And one thing about Sister Circle that I love and endear is that because that was one of my proclamations that no one ever knew about. Look, so I wanted a talk show. I lived in Atlanta. You know, Sister Circle is shot in Atlanta, and I remember saying, "Wow, they brought a show to Atlanta. If I can just get on Sister Circle one day, you know, and that could be my start, and that could be a way of me, you know, climbing up in the industry." So that was always, I put that in the back of my mind. And so was LA, just going to LA and, you know, reaching for my stars. So I got to LA. It's funny, Sister Circle didn't happen when I was in Atlanta. Sister Circle happened when I got to LA. However, it was my grind in Atlanta that landed me on Sister Circle. So there was this, I had my own media outlet company, is Mad Talking, where I used to hit the streets. And Trump, right, when he was inaugurated in Atlanta, I was hitting the streets with my microphone. And that's when I interviewed this guy named Mike. He was out there just, you know, trying to get the tea, trying to be in the mix, like, no. He was out there just, you know, doing his due diligence, seeing like the protests of Trump being inaugurated. So I'm interviewing him, and, you know, he had a great vibe. And I'm like, yo, he's cool, you know, a young Black African-American male, positive vibe. You know, we'll connect, we'll stay in touch. And that's what we did, you know, followed each other on social media. And now I'm gonna fast forward. You know, I get to LA, you know, I'm moving and trying to shake in these streets. And then I get a phone call like, oh, I showed your reel to Sister Circle, like one of the Sister Circle producers, and they're interested in bringing you on a show. And I was like, yo, who would have thought that the place I was already at, see, this is where people underestimate working hard, you know, and I really want to stress the importance. Who would have thought the hard work and the networking I did a year ago would have brought me to Sister Circle? And then I was in another state though. I clearly left Atlanta, but it was something that I've done a year ago that brought me back to Sister Circle. So I just want to encourage everybody, like, you don't know how far your grind can really take you. You know, it wasn't me getting to LA that brought me to Sister Circle. It was me hustling out my car, starting my own business, and just basically treating everybody with respect and interviewing someone who later had the plug to Sister Circle. He didn't have the plug then. He later got the plug to Sister Circle. And it was one of my proclamations. I was like, ooh, look at myself in the eye. I was like, look how good God is. Like, so that claiming stuff is real. And that's why I said I'm gonna have my own talk show one day. Because I really claimed that I was gonna be on Sister Circle one day. I didn't know how I was gonna get there, but that's something that I spoke, and I was there. So that's why I'm like really excited about Sister Circle. Because that's something I can honestly say, like, damn, you spoke that. You spoke that. And the whole time, God was just setting it up. Somebody I already knew. I didn't know it then, but 1 year later, God was like, look, that person that you knew and met then, 1 year later, they're going to be the reason why you're in Sister Circle. And look, it happened. What up, everybody? It's your girl, Shynieka Taylor. Make sure you continue to watch and follow Shy Said So on Instagram. Keep up with the hashtag. You know what it do. And shout out to my home team, Chirac Taylor. And you're watching a new episode of New in LA.